is Buadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Ghana ho do any yaw enisa nipa we mutrim. Wudifo ni wukafo. Why is Bawumia also saying this at this time of the day? If justice has spent or allegedly misappropriated some funds, so the NDC is pulling on one hand, the NPP is also pulling on one hand.
Yazamo Kwaku, NPP training this na Tinubu afa ne baby ko ya bromo NPP ni NDC ya bromo ebuzu mama kwaba Kwaku Annan na yetineka wafaya de afa asema Bawumia kan say na aka 3 days na ebeko election NPP aban tofu ano onyawe ensem okoko gina simpie so ka se omunya tumi ahomaso be se omumu NPP for no edwe ni nyina na Bawumia recount ka say ka ho bi na omudi ntwo National Cathedral ni nyina ka ho bi na omudi ntwo. Yes, Bawumia nso akasa na etwende papa na ayi bisa se na Kwaku Annan bisa se na ada na afa na Bawumia akasa asem nyina wo NPP for no different day na Kwaku asan bo ewremu wo Chief Justice. Sisi sa yate committee ye transem no so. Eti Kwaku Annan afaya da afasa ansem nyina ho. Na yekoti.
The former vice president and also candidates for the New Patriotic Party in 2024 elections, Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia has slighted the former president Adodankwa Akufo-Addo for increasing fuel prices 3 days to elections. Hey, on a thank you tour. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, former vice president, a former candidate, the New Patriotic Party in some Kesibia Tohwa. Yen konkoda nkrofo asese yedam asese moto abanaman to amayen yedam asese mo ntimi anto amayen na mugina bebia mugina nam ne ade kodasia it's as if said the former vice president epe baby no one venting explain o said then you assemble shanebo nti eso we den oyidi to form ewuranom asemi etoho na anuyan aye huhu ni hunten NPP no ma enya asem kito. Bawumia was known as the head of the economic management team. Question remain. Why would such decisions be taken at the apex of leadership and of course at the blind side of him? 1, he was the vice president. 2, he was the head of the economic management team. 3, he was the candidate for the party. So, Ebane saying and a BB will be see at the blind side of him. So Bawumia, Odika, yes, Anna, yes, Odika pa. But then again, question remain. Why is Bawumia also saying this at this time of the day? I didn't know what same way and why is Bawumia Timian Kasa Nitriho, including say yet he said. Ile vinomne hunki kakeka hon any adiade ni nara Bawumia ebo ho atwede. So why Bawumia will not take the risk of resigning, take the risk of stepping down or some sort? But he's talking today. Mahu MPP, mahu. We na yan semwe guhoma MPP. Munka we hu asemo. There be matren sekan kotokro nsrada Sophie ax nyaka hon. Big chance da so him say dede mu ye dede and anything you are lazing your boots some more call demonstration I'm a chief justice no na mo de call demonstration I'm a chief justice and na mo de tra ho e dwendwen e pensem niomam enem ne ade say party baby ye bedrei ye ko ne sen ye wura ne sen enti enye yie the street demonstration MPP mo ko no some de tra ase now you can then again hazard a guess the vice president eyeing through. Yeah. No? Nani ayentiha. Animal party secretary Justin Abonuya oba yo beka kire say at the end of the day no mo obianka na nuntum Justin Abonuya sorry Justin Kodua de be dia no Justin Kodua. I don't know why this consonance to that of Abonuya Konuya all of those. Wabeka chire mo NPP say obianka na nuntum. So why the former vice president is talking? Is somebody asking him to zip his lip? Oko, thank you, Tor. But this is what he's saying. And I would continue to urge the vice president and the likes of him, come out, speak. Monkasa, vice president, former vice president, Muhammadu Bawumia, Kasawate, Kasanawan Kasa ye boni. Enwenye, Simohu. She dia mame hanabisu sudubetu jano. Wanonso she sika $1.4 million. Ye kukru di menipa dasenise di kokodi free Ghana ho do any yaw enisa nipa we numutrim. With D4 new recover. Justice has been asked to step aside, correct? Great. So the Chief Justice has been suspended or asked to step aside. Now, the build up to the Chief Justice stepping aside or being suspended and all of that, some political pundits are forecasting that it look as though this was in the making, that the NDC said that when they come to government, when they come into government, obviously they are going to lift the axe. And then, of course, the axe is falling on the head of the Chief Justice and some other state offices. But as to whether this is true or not, the NDC has mounted a spirited pushback to debunk that this is not true. But then the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, is executing this constitutional provision against the backdrop of what? What is spelled out clear in the Constitution, that before you touch the Chief Justice, hitherto, XY, and the President has honored that. There is what we call petition, and the President is acting on the petition. So where then or how do you fault the President to have erred on the right side or on the wrong side of the law? He's at the right side of the law. Well, as we speak, the opposition New Patriotic Party is lacing their boots to go on a massive demonstration. I'm sure when that will be next week Monday, or I'm sure, yeah. They are lacing their boot to go on a massive demonstration, against the government, the governing National Democratic Congress, that the President should not touch the Chief Justice. Now, before close of day, we are also learning that GBA, Ghana Bar Association, have also written a statement asking the President to rescind his decision and all of that. Of course, the build-up is quite huge, is it not? There's a huge build-up, for the Chief Justice. Now, it's also now clear that what I call political gymnastics is weighing heavily into this. And now my question is that the Chief Justice to meet their committee also has been triggered. But the question remains, by close of the proceedings of the committee and the Chief Justice comes out of this, the question remains, will the Chief Justice survive all of these political bruises? Because it's so clear that the political undertones, the silver liner to all of this, is the fact that the Chief Justice has spent or allegedly misappropriated some funds, blah, 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 like that too. And so, the NDC is pulling on one hand, the NPP is also pulling on one hand, and there's the political overtures. There's a whole rendezvous. And it does appear this whole crisis, the Chief Justice to exit the office, seemed not to go anytime soon until the committee was set. Yet, there are so many things there that we need to get it done as a nation. What is going on here, folks? I can't understand. Well, tonight, I have a very senior most. He's a very senior most, too. A senior most journalist, an editor. Big one. Big. He's a big boy. He's my senior. Of course, he's my guest exclusively for how many? how many years ago that this my big man has been silenced and quiet and decided to, stay quiet until today he's breaking his silence. Yes. Today he's breaking his silence. Crack, Charlie. He's breaking his silence. Oh, yeah. Today he's breaking his silence. Yes. It's the veteran Maradona, whose front page, I'm giving you a clue. A veteran Maradona, whose front page banner headline sparked the protest Kumi Prekon in the Ghanaian Chronicle. Yes. He's finally breaking his silence tonight and bouncing back on the front line, of course, here tonight. Do you know him? He's a big guy, one of the senior most journalists. I'm not talking about Kwaku Annan. No, I'm not talking about Kofi Kumsin or Cabral Blay. All of them are our senior brothers, but he's also one of the big senior guys. Yeah, he did an expose. What's the name of the expose? I've forgotten the name. He will tell you. That expose, apparently 6 people committed suicide. Yeah. I know some senior citizens are quickly trying to recall. This journalist is a top journalist, though, an editor of one of the renowned newspapers in Ghana. He handles so many newspapers in Nigeria, in Ghana. Okay? And he is also, his background is what? He's an intelligence espionage expert. Charlie? Easy. He's an intelligence espionage. That is his field. Yeah. That's what he went to London to acquire that skills. Yes. His field is an intelligence espionage. I love playing with intelligence, world, and that's my area. And you know what? He's also he's the journalist who also broke the news, or if you like, may I rather put it this way, he brought the first image of Anas Are Emiyaw Anas in 2011. He's the first. I'm not the first person to have, brought Anas image. He brought Anas image first in the year 2011. Yeah, 2011. I guess so. Yeah, 2011. He published Anas Are Emiyaw Anas picture. Tonight, he's here to do justice to this rendezvous, this political, overtures, back-to-back NDC, NPP handling. Should the Chief Justice go or Chief Justice stay? What's your mind about this? What is it that you know or you've heard of that the Chief Justice has done that goes contrary to that of our laws? And let's again hazard that if, assuming that the allegations are true, that the Chief Justice has spent some money, may I ask you, the money she spent, is it beyond her threshold? 2, the Chief Justice is been accused of to have sponsored her husband and her daughter travel along with these 2 people in the name of the state coffers of some sort. Is this so big deal? Is it a big deal that the Chief Justice should walk out, should precipitate that action, that she walk out of the door? Again, the question comes, why the Chief Justice would do this? If the Chief Justice knows her threshold in terms of public expenses as far as the judicial is concerned, why would the Chief Justice go beyond this threshold? Who instigated this? Did somebody actually tell the Chief Justice that, Madam, your threshold is this, that, and that if you are to travel, you are entitled to go with your security officer, XY, blah, blah, and that your husband may not have to come under this condition, and your quest to do this, you offend the law, you go against the law, and therefore you would be prosecuted or some sort. All of that. Is the Chief Justice aware of all of these provisions under the public sector? Is she, because the Chief Justice also come under the public sector, regulations. Is she not? All of that, folks. Tonight we are going to look at all of the above. Let's get started. Ebusia, Nemo Adro. Minimisa Ohoye. And a agre wufi hanano odne. Asemba kuna medebe to hamamu. Anas nsem ni miwie yo me pamo chow. No. We are not done with Anas Are emeyaw anasensem yenwie. Not at all. Not at all. Sure. Yeah, that's it. Me man no, me soja man no, are incredible. Osi ye nu baby ya. Are me on them. Now na me 10 years or so or the den BB na den no. Also I know what that Ghana for na me the BB ban as a and pro and na da where you ko hwini e na brebeni. Na ya ton kra de afre tiger for say omra so far ya bo interview ha interview na ye boy no. And someone who can go on, meaning Copese, you can say me go and so just like that. And you style no. That is also reason why you invited Tiger operatives. Hey, anase po no amra, obetimi asoma ni PRO for ni binum ni ade mo maba. Enti yen close your doors. E what Tiger for so no, I won't do that. I know Anas Aremia very well. Ye na ye dwuma crusading guide or Ntimi or Eminia, but a new man, opposite Sisi Ghana for Danny Ghana for which education womenim and womenim Nissan agrobis are no, Debbie. No, young penina. Until so be choosing why journalism the right way. Onyanko Ponya Duma, oh, say, and net ye be Chief Justice are same way, clear on the Chief Justice. As to say Chief Justice, no, see, ye know, Eddie. Ye be Chief Justice and say ye know Eddie. And I mean you know Eddie. What you know saying? And command me no be the Chief Justice of our Republic is at crossroads. Yeah. Asam kese pa da onya ojatana pa da ni chemu nya asam ketwa. Ye Chief Justice no Eddie. And I mean you know Eddie. What you know saying? And no hu common ye be di me senior most journalist editor pa na me ni be di sa uncommon. Or being rough. And send be pie. Yankopon ya adoma Wednesday ye be shad at the fufrobi. Then on Friday, interview na mene the ally to Anas. No, yet ne part 3 eba. Now who say Friday your boss I interview ne chiro no. Assembly see or say interview no no. Me bisa abrante ne question be say. Ore bi on Anas nso aye dwuma. Oni Anas aye dwuma wasum no woni kremu papa. Na Oni Anas we very close. No me bodies. Na sa ore ye ka say Oni Anas na ye dwuma biom. Oni ne ye dwuma biom o be. Na interview no me say bisa na say oya we say Anas epese odisa owura no otwa me fa na say bia like omo fi krom ha because there was rumor say opese owura no ne baby mama one na wo no opese o ma ne baby mama no so etu kwan me nka say ebone kwan so no ena owura ne say I watete ti bibisa ena fi o ma history kakra efa sa nipa no a na mi bisa no ho asem no o ma a brief history about the person Yankopon ya adoma on Friday me bought the part 3 of science interview na dia mama. Then say nipa no mi bisa no ho question will unveil sa personality natural or ye hwan ye beda na di a kire mo. Yeah. Na afi ube hu no what nsem bia say eh na areme ya ubetimi aye nipa bone sa. Wa ye nipa no bone bebre. Na nipa no so ne nante woni kremu in truth and integrity like Ahmed Swali, Hussein Ahmed, any Anas, and Nantiwo, and the Kwakwanso. Nanso, Anas, a treat to me, Nara, just say, I don't know why into autism, me, yet on one Nemrantia, name names Anas, who could test our characteristics. But on Friday, but the part 3 of science interview, no, Eba. In fact, Nipe Bresu Gumi Conso Kwaku, science interview, Kwansari Pitinina, well, yes, he be repeat, and no man will hold Nima Dawson. But on Friday, me the sa interview in part 3 yedeba. But an agree dear Mr. Brace yourself. And agree your Chief Justice on Nakache. Ye ka say Ghana Bar Association for so actual crata de come on my penny say one more man crime on my penny Chief Justice Nedi. Ebra ye ka say the governor saying the new opposition new patriotic party for also Elizo Mubut almost exercise a check and coupon yarduma almost now watching there one hate the streets to make us say almost stakeholders be brave. Stakeholders ni be CS for civil society groups ni other groups ni other some make demonstration emu enyedu. Ma festive ni mwa ni one month ya na ye the way dream ya ho ye di bi hwe esom a eba Africa ye di bi so hwe yankasa ye ho ene ya brabo no so a ye bo se ye nipa ben ye te ho ene obroni di esom o se ye Christosom ye ndi eho Easter na no me be kire mo Easter no ho nsem Easter no forget it osofo bia ni Ghana ha wo de Ghana na me wo osofo bia ni Ghana maka kire mo plain. Not from the charismatic, not from the orthodox, not from the Pentecostal, can tell me Kwaku Annan or any of you said Easter, the death of Christ. I'm sorry. Kokacha said, me say opa, kacha is only as in the boot nomra mi studio ha. Ometra non challenge. Okay? Yes. The Easter no, enye Christo ayekum no. Ni wo sombia ne sa ensemsem no sa entro ne sa ensemhu no munyai eya na emetan but me ka we echi no bisa ho so se unim so se onyankopon bo ni wiase enhwehwemu ani pe bia ye kire se ebibifo ene ebetena asase so first we are aware of that the kwan ben so ne ebetena na ye betena no na ye de bibini sa na tio ene yebu ye ho abonfia sa bu ye ho abonfia ye ho basa until say abrofo no buy no me hu so oh debi our minds are fickle. 2, we don't even believe in ourselves, nevertheless what we owe as that of God-given gift. When we are fast, then they started contaminating our minds psychologically. They started what? Hypnotizing. They started what? Doing all kinds of falsification in your mind. Na ye until 55,000 years ago, the black skin. Sa every por way yo. 55,000 years ago, blacks were living here. Ediana na ye. To me ben on Yankopon de Mayen, ne ban say and ne before among all the human race on earth. We the the white Caucasians from Europe, the global south, the Asians, the Arab world, and then the black continent. And ne yenum na yebatra asase su no ahyase o nyame bo ni wiase no and the yen yabe hwanum the back. I don't mean who said I'm inputting no correct. Say yen yabe taye chira. The whole world, you know, all the human race, human species, developing. We are the last to think and to contemplate whether or not there is something. Now, one fan so he goes further to explain why blacks were the first human species to be on planet Earth. Osan to asu chire mu sentia yen ena ne yewo asase su ha. Bibini a yen wa asase su ha. And says Chris Wilson. Collaborate this fact. Mami we nso abechim your friend Francis Chris Wilson. On also be collaborated this assertion we say yes. Ebi before yen na ne yewo asase su edi kan. Ebi before ne ye nyoma bebre. Ebi before yen na ne ekute nimdie bebre. By saying, take a listen to Madame Wilson. Doctor, listen to this.
Black people are the first people. Black people are the mothers and fathers of everybody.
Mami asem doctor ina asem ne saying. Ewiasem nipa nyina no nasem wo kan no. O se se wo hwemu a enipa nyina sefo efri bibini esisim. And to say before ye war enipanina, the whites, Caucasians, the global south, the Arab world, he just say enya wawa. na yankasi asitrimu te sɛn ye ne ye te sɛn ye nyoma ye te sɛn. Although Africans have largely embraced Christianity, however, more is being revealed that Christianity was a tool to blindfold them. Brahmane mo ka say wo hwe mebu kompa utumi say ebibi memu no yen yekuta esom a eye Kristosum yekuta mu pa. Nanso enime pi adanedi ma yehu se Kristosum no wo ma fa ma se emwoye ma yehu ade pepe bi nyamesom anabi se makaka ka obi asunim ene Ghana de obi anim se ampa anse na broni ni di esom era Africa ma kire motam mo de Kristosum ba Africa 15th centuries ago with their sea safaris came with the Bibles and all of that. In this 15th century in the Christosum ba Africa, we're in the 21st century. We are arithmetics now. How many centuries Christianity has been in Africa? 6 centuries. But then fundamentally, it's so clear that woman fam must say, Christosum brought me and you and I to know God or go much closer to God. Oh. It's a purpose, a special purpose vehicle. Its purpose was to slave, blindfold, and cause a major distraction to the black human race. Case closed. Every year, unlike Christmas, we fix it to her. Roman for fix it to her 25th of December. Let us see how Jesus Christ. 25th need ho nemum ye need data 25th 2000 and so or so and so need ye bi nemum ye were the 25th of December ye a question, who forced it on the church and why? 25th of December ne de and no much sure they are to ho Christian calendar no so the Gregorian calendar no was so, but the question is who forced it on the church and why? Muni 19 so and so do with Jesus Christ. And our men of God in the body of Christ are busy, very busy, commercializing this or commercialization of this foolishness. And everybody is okay. Yahu Jesus Christ. And the whole Christendom is busy celebrating this commercial foolishness. And God is up there watching. Then is saying, after Easter, no, ya brabo at the same, I will mind him, bonnie, ya no bonnie, de bonnie, me be ye di biachro. After Easter, nechinan, bisa se, ya ne yesu, any ye buying, any ye ye, at the same, any Christo dear, echo an ebra. After Easter, no, mashishe, etuntum, any fufoni na aqua celebrating. Now, my main from still on the politics of today. And now, the real politics of today. The administrator of Minerals Development Fund, Dr. Hannah Bisiu, has made a scathing report against one Kwabena Kufuor, believed to be the former President Kufuor's nephew. Mami Hannah Bisiu, one of the administrator of Emma Minerals Development Fund. Oh, yes. Boytuma na odin semya beto ho hey I am shishie yi asem odi abeto on say papa bi e friend Kwabena Kufu, is it Kwabena Kufu or whatever? Yes. Na baby amami ye adwuma yi sa na edan no a otim no wo ho no edan no Minerals Development Fund dan no sa papa ne dia former President Kufu ne wo fa se aye friend Kwabena Kufu ne dan na eranam hwe se every yibiano a damn way, ye dear must say in dollars. So, me dream one, NDC NPP for maintenance says, or may ye team one, your currency near CD, yet all just be beer ye ton or memu biara, say a cow, say a danyo, say a dium. This ye quoting in dollars at the Maya. Me dream one Kwaku Annan, me perceive me tiasa, me tiasa, and ye. Tessa, what? Ediasem. Why are you trading the dollar currency here in Ghana, whereas your currency is cedis?
1.4
million US dollars for rent.
Dollars?
Yes.
For rent of how much? What period?
For
rent of the office that you occupy?
Yes, and it's a cubic.
Great, folks. It's a very, very, very sad story. Yetue sika saying $1.4 million at the Massa Kwabena Kufonis onje nunkodi for sa cubicle no Mame Hana bisu otimo woye adwano. Yes. Na me sorry Mame Hana bisi. Yes. Na bisu. A nice lady pa unfortunately say wa worry so. Na bisu me checking pa serious. Me checking the brutal. Anna, we check up power, but look who me be some who questions be brave. I mean, around the time I may pick a video and I may assess a video, say, how many high-ranking government officials in the NDC, how many of our ministers, how many top officials, district municipal chief executives would avoid this temptation? Seven previous, mami bi so your bow or your bamu pao. Fane say $10,000 now. Kwabena Kufuor de man. You can hazard a guess there. Mami bi so ebit me say on fane salary cry nyashi. Na wa jeje say sika say free papa no as ni commission. Would Hanabisu be struggling to survive? The answer is no. But what Jessica no we and what call report no, and I'm expecting that the law enforcement agency get Kwabena Kufuor arrested immediately. We dig Ghana sika say $1.4 million. Kwa mahu bonia mu penifo ni diti o my way. Mahu. Folks, I don't want to be tempted to go into another year. But well, folks, and I dream break crack. My main my name is guest. Osbert Latte, of course, as I read earlier, Osbert Latte, a man of many parts. Of course, he's handled several News Agency of Nigeria, 1983, 1984. He became the correspondent, West African Magazine, 1984-86. He became the National Concord, Nigeria, 1986. Then, baby, hear me pa no ASM. He became the deputy news editor, Ghanaian Chronicle, 1996 to 2000. Ghanaian Chronicle, remains one of the powerful newspaper. Of course, also became the editor, the Vanguard, 2001-27. He's a man of many parts. And of course, a man also well vested in intelligence gathering and counter-espionage. My guest, Osbert Latte, on the line. Osbert Memoadro Senior. Now, what will you say? Senior, what will you say? Great. Okay. And I dream come yebedino obi kan asem say una ye the Maradona of our airspace, the news market. And it's been I don't know how many years down the line you've been observing things all this while. It's been how many years you are off, you've put the pen down and you are observing things. How many years in here? See you calculate here. Good. Hey, wow. So you are a legend that we have to celebrate you as far as the media in Ghana are concerned. You've walked through thick and thin, from Nigeria all the way to Ghana. So Yebeka said, on behalf of the media in Ghana, we congratulate you, your services to God and country, and how you've walked through down the aisle, shaping the nations through media as a senior member of the 40th State of the Realm. Osbert, there's the news we are all, hearing about, as it were, asking that the Chief Justice step aside or suspended. And I'm sure so what followed news here all this while for almost like a month now. And now we are at the apex of the decision makers, and the committee sooner rather later. Chief Justice Chief Justice what do you make of this as a senior journalist, editor of that sort? Now, gather all the pieces in it together under the 1992 Constitution. Of course, Article 146 tells us all of that. But do you think that the precursor to this development way is enough to walk the Chief Justice down the aisle back home?
Yo, Senator Medicano, yeah, was a phone, but we're tearful in a Mesra was sooner, Mamma, Quinjana, Mawishi, Chief of Staff. Good. Mr. Julius Debra. Good. Belated happy birthday.
Good one.
I'm part. I said me a buy actually, you did, be a Canadian. If you say, Sir, democracy there, coming money cabinet, the boy mine, and Emra. And she, sir, to baby of another baby of Biana, and Pano, counter. Yeah, the fact that Papa Swa, if you say, maybe na send out the Kayano and JP na the United States, Nipani and Sebi actual petition. Afa, Yema, me leadership, Justice Araba. Na nsema womu de sebe menu se de mitimi ya petition bi nka nti o de men ko.
That's right.
Na sanya constitution no achira a yina yedisu no bi se ba o mampenina ye de caution inside. Ye de shen inside. No so ohwemu anate emeriti se odimutuma constitution no ma mampenyin kwan ma o de copies bema ni action no or her leadership Justice Tokono Mati any near Macan Chese Constitution number 70 say we petition near selling no. But on put the president no or the 3 days count now on your plan.
Okay.
And baby, you do not just say we are not. I'm a Council of State and so no by a unanimous decision. No, I establish a prima facie case, a far petition. No, I'm a I could be said a panel. O mampinye eyo mato omo dodo na ye ni wom bibli mi no mai aye juma pen during the course of my practice no
yeah
omo ye penifo bi asebi omo nimra na omo di ye betu ye enti president no constitution no so man kwai say ba na Obama, a Chief Justice, no, a step aside. And now, obeying if he to be a position woman. Now, we're just crying actually, you know, a cushion panel. Now, when you met, now, they back me, Nakaka say, it's your man, we are going to say, the BABC piano. Now I've done in the politics. It's a say a dim man bay to Malo, said you. Now you're in the politics. Now a banasana no quano bede di quana. Fine a bit to make you day. Quana, and quite the fast no, Nipa so I want to make ham no. But this year there, and say, who had the dear do not dear. The message can then Ghana for you in a tray. Na former chief on share panel no na oyi na no na ba no se bi o se ma aka fa no no ejina so bi ni mu a ye beti eno oyi na no so na ma no so ese eye bedwuma eno so ejina ese ye full constitution because eno no nia ka ji atum se e de bebu o ma no enti itimi politics ni fi ne ma mrade ye twade ya nka so ye be ba de na ya tie wase ya tase wo membu asu mu.
Good. Now, Osbert, from where you ended, no, Mamimbisa question was there. Yes, currently as we speak, the opposition New Patriotic Party, no, I think a week from Ene, one be stage one, they call it a big demonstration, if you like, put it in quotes, safekeeping for the Chief Justice, and they are calling on CSOs and other political actors and so forth. Considering the very nature of how politics have heavily weighed into this very issue, do you foresee that the Chief Justice will come clean after this political bruises?
I think we meet here, but the constitution said, obey demonstrations, so if you say because now, to travel, baby, the main goal is
have we lost Osbert? I think so. We've lost him on the line. And we've not. Hello, Osbert. Patriotim, can you? Hello, Osbert.
Ghana for Cafe Chief Justice, no. On NPP follow Ghana. So, part my key. She said she was pushed. And she said, more great demonstration, like I was saying, we want. No, also, any more, yeah, like I say, say, Mammy, no, study, so before na continue. Oh, so we demonstration. Today, the position is nka NPP betimi aka oma kan la sen do na
yeah
come demonstration inside e che panel na be traffic say be public o enye public o be si bia le na ye bechi na yes say the form and me form about because this is the first time you say
yeah
but well, I am decision ma taking. It means I said omunyai ana momunyai. Enti emeno so ayi na e be hwe ya e be koso but mpa me born say mo demonstration any very peaceful na for my young
Good. Now, until before close of day, we're also learning say Ghana Bar Association. And so, actual crata they are comma, or more crata they are comma president and so on resending the decision. Do you foresee as a senior, do you think that GBA4 are coming on the heels of this, you know, in a step in the right direction? And I say they should rather allow the constitution article now empower presidents and so obey, you know, and causes aren't they stepping their bounds as far as GBA4 are concerned? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. news. And so politics news and say me can't the last time my press release on any concern and all the issues, you know, say let's go on.
Salate jinaye ma pa na line ye luzu pa. Ubetime jinaye kakra ma me.
Okay, yo.
I said na. Okay, sounds good now.
But I don't want to.
Yeah, metonka. Yes, go ahead, sir.
GBA, time I started my window. Every week, you see or maybe issue statement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strong, but if you do, baby, no. Yeah, trouble can you. I to say, two dominant political parties that walk on my women.
Yeah.
Ama institutions be anything bonny. I think that is a because I say, Ubaka looks they're very powerful students union.
Exactly. Yep.
Say I mean what I say. Looks I say me by what is so much sound.
Debbie, and it's been a while. Oh.
I
don't know.
Just here. University na looks process but what test continue. Only affiliated to
political parties.
NPP.
Yeah.
No about only affiliated to NDC. There's some romantic news. Yaman baby can no more. Sana GB and so.
Okay.
Because Sunday be see what my GBA mean but I send we buy opinion Mrs. Gat mean on your name. That's why I did. Then if you want to say, I quite to say. Juma many penny many we your association DJ Anam Chomeboa.
No crepa GJ Ghana Journalists Association. Yeah.
It say Yenipa Baku Enya Assem Anasa Yefi say Obenya Assemwa. Me and Cafe one. Say Obedi Yahu.
Yeah.
And now Chief Justice and let's say no one for a pillar of the GBA.
Yeah.
Something I say. And Oma be Kebia, yes. Na Omutimi, constitution said me a make us say. Say constitution a mbra a day juma. And Omuma Quina the constitution ye juma. Ankoya esi eti omonka ekoye nso a esi eti omonka petition mo da koma president no kwedi ni de ewu na president ni no me kan wo be bia say omo a cheche ene wo petition no ti me twen say the president ni react here. Do Bomano America about petition.
Good. Now, senior, Yensha Dibinsu and his PHS, the snippets of allegations here, dear board Chief Justice was spending CKB beyond the threshold to the extent of say on any husband, any neighbor, or no mina they back on a trip, sad trip, and not just say a new who says say. Or do more echo as far as state funds are concerned. I'm trying to, figure this out there. We huama as I say, it me trigger say yen dempo yen Chief Justice ni fra akonwa so ana so say we be ma Chief Justice no ho abeye hima obiatro petition bi dia ko ana we should begin to look at it say no between the two parties it's a political kind saying hatchet job here wo mo ye say wo ye tiame a mesome ba na mesoma ye BTL and that kind of other than that for me I don't know how you evaluate this assertion. We say aren't we lowering the bar say ma me na spend this KBA say iskano alone could spell doom for the Chief Justice. What do you make of these snippets of allegations?
First, to cry or didn't kono. Because Judicial Council, more budget time say judicial and castle more budget every year behind say buy them all.
Correct.
And I'm the boy.
Correct.
And he say bibi ko chima wo omusika nsemu a that's a Chief Justice ana her leadership Mrs. Tokeno ebia skedia fan nsemu a say oche kwan ofa so a odisika ne ye ebitime ba ne say bia enye say okofa asika ne efi omo budget akiri ebitime ba so no say bia within their own budget no ebia kwan ma no kwan ma oye ABC nti ni na ye for now no yen teaching as allegation ya kafa no me believe say okosia panel no so the lawyers beko na fi na ye would cry room but the Adena ya correct to say about way back no Apagya Osima sise wo chama na we wo position no na on chama me ana me ameyi bia enso na ni na the black ink as atuni ni dia asie ti oba kwabia yenso ye ba kwabia be fa so a bi nya no do na ya fa sa akwa no so sana tisia essence
system na ya kwe
that really be ko musuna yes sir openye ba to te na say
me to asipa senior
e bia na yes sir oh enti yen trainer onkuyi na no oh me tiwe me come dey trewa be wa situation me your story be no what connect me your story be about VAT VAT and this is down no when you say like government, the government of the day, not only the VAT, but only the starting 15%. At that time,
wow.
Now the contact World Trade Organization document be. Now the yes story, very big story. And the coffee could be preoccupied, you know. Municipal query.
So kumi preku demonstration no
boni be na me ye money me ni say me pure story no man credit WTO
World Trade Center
we go to documents and the say can we go to say sorry we no me ya WTO oh nti e form committee na bisa me yi ma no nti e later na me ka say na me fa na case e no Mr. NPP the popular name is Steve Biko so that carry
yes
not to call him
I Steve Biko
and also no acting editor no so we dey boni bia na once what the documents that better say every na by WTO standard no and yes government started with 15% na 8% you know and yes and me family oh
wow
and adwuma biara wo mmara ewu
yeah
sort ma say the edu no very very critical because we the executive now legislative arm of government judiciary the most powerful organ
exactly
asana ejaye se trofo yi
aba
yaba eki ehono ese fonu mi na yamfa amanyosem anye den
anko
cause me kai kama former US president Oba Omaimu and of course parliament na me a young reporter no catch Ghana fu nyina say we should build stronger institutions, state institutions, than building a very powerful person. Oh, okay, semi koye. I feel the brain me.
yeah
But you know, I said it. But this your mind politics and rabbi the PR. Oh, say NDC, NPP, and NPP, NDC. Na as I had go for the canal castle, oh, but on my day, say, on my bed to Ponga, maybe state institutions.
exactly
Oh, Opia, Yemejuma, we are making, said, Yamima and Kwame Awarding. Advice is only a control banana from bar. I think she, that Matisse a 3. Let me call me the 7. Now, may a queen manasi a quachi. Oh, the Salman, not the peace of mind. Oh, who call parliament? Say, not the same as parliament, I say. Maybe who will be that? It will be that. Say parliament, Ghana parliament, Tama, Mrs. Sujay, Mesanum,
yeah aprekunum
Honorable Kwame Bakel,
yeah apreku
Honorable Kandapa, after December 7th, a national speech coordinator.
yeah
Open your parliament now, open Omujo Monaswa. Oh, as well, said you to the extent say parliamentarians can cool floor of parliament. It comes to me, I'm shilling. As we do, who can you want only when you are like I say a democracy? That's a democracy now, your boy and woman. Then the next time they didn't see. And you're tired of it. Oh, and my chief justice assembly and former chief justice assembly abano. You know, Ajubrao, Nema Mrami and Yejuma. Oh, a year to me, we are, say, Obeko, say, uncle, that it's in the bar. When you know, soon, na, you find Yejuma. When I can't come up with the 4 by not chief justice, Georgina Wood. And then office and I'm the boy.
yeah
Who's our father son, Cano?
Debbie
We hear that new jet, a new chief justice, our appointment or no retirement. Oh, and he say, well, some of Banoa, Yemma Quine na Onina, Yemma the fair hearing. Na omanpanyin so tumi a constitution bi ase ne nsɛm no ɛno ara na ɔde yɛ adwuma no yɛma ne peace of mind no nso mfa nyɛ n'adwuma na wɔn sɛ ɔma no kɔ so kakrakrakra but ɛnɛ Ghana bɛde yɛdu no sɛ woanyɛ dede na woanyɛ 1 month demonstration woankɔtra TV so woanyɛ didi mpanyinfo atɛm a you found every. And so, on my more my sir. Oh, I don't know, they said it. At times, we know say, we are Tamana, my opinion when any baby call Rollins.
Yeah.
They didn't see any more pa. Now, me Taman can let the consul be like a little consul. Oh, it's will be our in carriers. So can I say?
Yeah. Yep.
Tienye wabu tre na mani yetuma. President na mani se oyeno wafaso. This year a committee menche encho omesati absence. Na mani no omai batino. No kana sem. Na kuka kwene obi akani ope obi kikwa no ka lawyers ejeyi e peni say
and lawyers ni akra than politicians o. Lawyers no crowd than politicians. Very strange.
But don't
Me say lawyers no crowd than politicians. Lawyers a woman. So almost speaking to the law. No? Yeah, more than politicians. Yeah. But senior, take this question way. Na afi minfa won free chief justice no so na ye medin komo kakra emfa the media landscape na hu hia me pa. And they say e bi kra suggest say okay, Sebedia, then Madam Chief Justice, considering the noise out there, just resign and go your way. Do you support this assertion? So on resign on go.
Oh, resign there. Me support say on resign. You can support me say on resign say on the chief justice. When they get after my be after the so now say
okay.
So me
very well.
And on the uncle panel no. I know you know, my people say we are not that. Unfortunately, no, it's a job for me, my teacher of Mosaka and a copy. So, can you say the bassa?
Yeah.
Oh, can you say the bassa? Now, could be keep panel now. We either know now or what to so, no more than mom verdict. But so resign position we do know. Now, it was so far for resign a indictment. On her, you know, now resign on your own corner.
Yeah, about self-admission of crime committed, kind of. Okay, now senior, Mamimra Yemra, the failed. Now, when you look at the media space in Ghana, down the line, what's the main count? Yeah, me say now your field where you practice as a journalist until retirement, considering. Yeah, but what's is it clear now? Is the line okay now? Good. Now, me see a din komo kakra so far the space now. We adwuma na we call the media practitioners. What do you make of journalists of today, both newspapers, radio, television, our style of reporting, writing, and all of that, coupled with social media now joining and all of that? Do you see much more an inspiration coming from the media practitioners and even to that of how we are treating the Chief Justice case way? What do you make of this?
Yo, me that's media jumano yewo TV read newspaper ukani na bomwa from where I sit me can say me see ubia company put the minimum salary me sueba
yeah
the room see you on much one and then ma ye mu bi nya odo
yeah
ma ejuma no beti na bo me ani ni apeni Cabra ya Mary but honorable Cabra be Mary
yeah
from ambassador e betu no e betu nana jana painting
yeah is that painting
Minya penny kuku bako. Who say why you want to pay?
Yeah, I know.
Minya penny kusi prat.
Yeah.
You know when they start here. Oh, na se na adwuma ne na ntisi
na Kofi Kumsin that's right.
Any senator near Jumano. And then journalism acquired to say, said you. Obisha Tadia Patano, Casa Tadene, Patana.
Some way.
Now, we are not going to see no about Stakaka, Meja, would have shown how far.
That's right.
Oh. Two, journalism acquired to say, Ukosano Pano Dina, Ukosana radio and that TV show. No, also a penny politician. No, Pusanwa. Because Ebia or no one yet political party who don't know. Or no, oh,
yeah.
In Tiama, a Jumano, a coffin, a coffin
standards.
Oh, a bit more bomb model, or be to sell 1 minute cafe.
Yeah.
And yet, I'm starting full of Tabana, the two, another two.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And next year, be a couple anyway too.
Yeah.
Sort of as here. Obi to say Manasseh Azuri.
Yeah.
Oh, but being my bedroom no more said you when they make us say be that achievement Mameka.
Yeah.
Me mammy be and I'm doing you about media broadcasting in Ghana. No, so maybe I'm going to Papa FM is bed doors soon in the Manemo Ghana. Mupa and Timonka and the businessman be Yesikala or radio station, TV station, no, or Yebi war. And father said, we see no na MC no
DJB
and what to pa
and one no
Accra. Radio station, my TV station, given the move say, who's around the world.
I but trust in a host
and
show.
Be not said the study. Only back on that. But ethics now, you need to man.
Yep, we need.
Oh, it's a man to man said the study. A crowd, a war, a carriage to man. Let's say a new obium. Mimi Cassino Cassin, the tree. My soul is I knew for the little bit breed. Oh, but said, my story, I said, yes, my mano, tumpo.
Yeah.
Sort of here. Me kindly, a story there about Cater Sea Defense War.
Yep.
Now, the way I mean, that story, me catch your day of our parliamentary select committee. And will be small, will be cool. But I cannot, former President Wallace, my commission projects now on the statue. Say, my contractor now, I didn't buy no. Only anything about sea defense project.
Okay.
OCC computer America.
Oh,
yeah. That time, not contracting $60 million.
really?
The year for meeting, I'm a minky penny paper. As we buy, we destroy any man and ask him to another man. Oh,
Yeah.
that can be pretty.
There was a story behind senior. Oh yeah, a leading to 6 people committed suicide. Give me that background of that story.
Oh, I don't know. Ghana, Bapeni, Nana Kuledu, Adimaro. NOT will be Siba.
Yeah.
Na kuno tie no watching wo kwaboni so. But time on the kuru na ebe election.
Yeah.
Oh. And I call open the office said when you be continue money. nti oni bi di kuma no document bi ma me say me nyina me kan na oni say a news value sort pass.
I see.
So di na me no
Wow.
na me kan na figures ni be bia be say fi bali na ni ni mutisima no and na me di a story no opani near me ya pa ne se bada pa me ne ku pe pa o ka wa me bisa nse aso documents am kai udi epie wu ntino you are no because I yes ye juma ye yi ese okuti ha no so te ba se
Yeah.
o si o dedi no o kan bi oni mo hwe kwa na say mata kan no kwa o me kai o si dedi na different part boom pie.
Whoa.
Me di boom no. It's a say oba sure rejoinder ana oba be mu yese o e bia bu ba person ma me nim say na be ba no.
Exactly.
No ko hu ni so for say o so for no mo pie na sorry no me nim me ti o ko so for no but ya later no me you be catch e be say so for ni say on ye drive fasting for 40 days.
Oh my goodness.
Me wa papa no so ye over author.
Oh.
No, yeah, drive fasting. The 10th day no and we.
Oh. When the story broke.
Yes.
Oh.
Second person, a friend of Megache.
Yes.
UK train no quad to form farm na train farm so.
Jesus.
Oh. And he said the no we are yeah. Only one kind, no back kind.
This is the effect of journalism. Yeah.
And he and also back you.
Yeah.
The honorable Senator Rollins.
Very, very, very.
This ano me call in school no form 2 or what.
Whistle Girls High School. Yeah.
Echo interview no. Tell me if school obey a story no. Eyo mwanwa. Me ne kasa for 2 hours. Told him say me a media practitioner. Ye di komo obuade na headline me boss ko fi ku sidima sa story no.
Yeah.
Me da so kai pa headline my father will not be president forever.
Oh yes, and it's yeah, it really became big story our town. Papa.
And yet sebi obi dia obema osika se jina fatu bi mame.
Exactly.
Onu aka na kia no say ubaje brand sort ma say. But yeah there it make trust me a plan. Yeah, draw. Yeah, this case is a fancy. The boss, we could see that why about direction.
Yeah.
Who destroy the bar? No, I film. Oh, if you can put now you was today do my more. Young farmer, Dr. Kwaku
Brobe. Yep. Tarzan.
But yeah, the papa.
Yeah, all the pieces.
Oh no, na ene. So what we do you? What TV you on or two main question was say abandon pool obey on one radio station like say would you license?
Yeah.
No, see baby obey it only first say no say radio eye.
That's right.
Me make candipa bebre almost be me your baby could be mutia kwesi prat no kweku baako.
Yeah.
Victor Newman, Omuna, you feel a committee. So, one day, sorry, Yanea, oh, ya co rating the P, the fear, the PPR, one power. And that because of what you say, I can't come to clear, say, radio station, or can echo over 100.
A broker,
sir. And yeah, so many that they be to do. And our social media so this is look na good be
yeah.
Obia sorry no pay be another to social media. And so now to kwa kakra Kodu onu ma social media nyese no moye no. Utimi be me di bidia social media. Utu fi a na ya bechi wo.
Serious o.
Fi. Udo bi se wa post bibi keke wo. Esu utu fi ni ya bechi wo. Na ade amra ni obedi no. No my way e wo bra bebre. Bele ya ko ya ti se bra no. A selective justice. A two Usimasina or connection. Kusiaga. There two bidders said the same. Kwaku we are brought baby a making score the material and equal. No, I didn't quote 3 years. Oh, and never born no more. Open your set 2 years pa na fare ba no the same constitution na e operate no.
Yeah.
Oh, as I say in the matter say o ma penye tiku so mu nko constitution mu yie. Be me de obi sapia e ka say constitution no be be ese ani koso pa de be closer e ma o ma penye bi e be ni bia to me a di bia open na oye. Sort about say,
yeah,
be open oye. Now say, qua me tear say, a baby a criminal say, no, or my young quality omoka. Meaning constitution be a war, and just a catch for a gun of those in Chino. So,
yeah,
a two take a 100 a problem, a yet piece of a United Star provision. Oh,
I tend to agree.
Come on, a position. Me a story be me who the late in Debugree.
In Debugree, yes, in the.
Me an interview, not sure this constitution is fit for a KVIP people.
Really?
I'm saying,
seriously, it's manifesting gradually.
Constitution they are writing. It is
yeah.
People who attend KVIP. I don't know what because you see, constitutional. Time are no more trouble. It's not Papa Lawrence. Nobody almost say 9 to 10 years. No, I say 8 years. Now you better to tackle a friend saying
constitutional administration.
If you want to constitutional, there's some more be at the born mobile.
Yeah.
Because so you know obey head of state as an obey president.
Yeah.
Until they are not born sort of affair.
Yes.
Basically, a trasa regime no. Oh, until I want to say Ghana for you, I have been called na about the woo. Oh, said they are so far a omuma prophecy, we be winning election, we be saying, oh, they can't a little more, can be born, my
papa.
Oh,
papa.
Let's say that course no quality, say in your position will be a quiet that course no day. I say a friend, you two waba. Because people back no pay annoyed. Me do cafe, open who call Minister of Local Government at all.
Yeah.
There's a serious going on, say, get fund. And say, Office of President, I say. And say, local government, they manage get fund.
That's correct.
And so say, I mean, two ways. Get fund, Office of the President. I didn't say about that. Opening the economy again.
Papa. Yes. It's in the bosom of the president.
Yeah. So, must look our office of the president. BPI office of the president.
Power is heavily concentrated.
Office of the president. And the two way they are boy. Hey, so can you say the balance? Oh,
wow.
Minister, see what they buy, what is rubber, and say, City and Army boy.
Yes.
But over to me, or to now, but to my soul, it was a day.
Or the big home.
Or the account, who be giving you because of constitution.
But at least we should have a threshold. Yeah, a cap.
It's a threshold. Oh, thank you. There was some, any moment to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire name composition. No,
yeah.
And then they create demonstration. because a friend say about we about the way the men who platform.
Yeah.
That was so we are better. Oh,
yeah.
And then we better attend the day for 2 follow be dinner attempt on social media. Your friend is saying, some noble to account can you? So you know when your son is start.
Yeah.
Oh, now the MSC Kono, who had West African sub-region now.
Yeah.
The same BCC, yeah, if you na ya see another year.
Papa.
Yeah, and then global village.
Yep.
I send to America social media yet Ghana and then now President Trump can about trade war.
Yeah. It's a massive one.
Regulate social media. Regulate. And there are institutions that open responsible for when you now.
Yeah.
And experts no so. But NBC by almost see me and yet TikTok, almost see me and yet YouTube, almost see me and yet say. Now I can NPP so bad. Because of between the year, near the so near Pusawo. Oh, and so, opinion Ghana, Yamidoye yo. Yamidoye.
Gosa, so Papa.
Politics. The idea kono. I say, you buy a pub, be a pa.
Good. Senior, me do be seen now. Before me do be seen me can send be earlier, but somebody is asking the war line is the Mimbisa say and the crown and any panage meeting. You said you were the first to have published the picture of Anas Army Anas. This was in 2011, correct?
But okay.
Me say now me can send be earlier in my introduction. Say when I will publish Anas Army Anas pictures in 2011, but now somebody is debating say no, enyene kresanam. Or say no, who are humanity? I mean, besides our question, no one can say yeah, no. But I want you to confirm or deny. Say yes. In 2011. Good. But can you confirm that?
Of course.
Good.
Many first person in public say I'm not picture very handsome boy. Now, a friend say no, you say me picture.
Good.
But I'm near the paper. I found the Tide.
The Tide newspaper. Yes, it was
Very
the Tide
good.
newspaper. Yeah.
No, I'm not so. Give me one go. I'm saying, Master, can you? I do my stuff here.
I see.
And I'm the chair like a crowd.
Oh, that is not a so before terrain we had your navy. But he didn't know. Say no. You're also into intelligence and intelligence gatherings and all of those security matters. I'm so I checks ni.
Paper, then.
Aha, me say, wo background when instead do background ni I guess that. They make what I say. Me just say Anas Army Anas. Say he didn't study o background ye. Apart from being a journalist, he also into intelligence gathering and it's annual man. So he needed to have been, careful.
And they put the 75 year Juma.
Yeah.
After that, they pay Juma.
Yeah.
Me predicted party bi se on be lose election poto wo mayimu. Me 2 years na me predict me ba sa prediction no.
Yeah.
What the back one the report to come out no when year ni after assembly fear no.
I feel what you
Yes, CIA agent. And to CIA me need the office.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Yes.
Me say COVID by
yeah.
Report me sharp COVID report be ma.
Yeah.
Me yet UK.
Okay.
Now okay na obehu nsem a
COVID report no.
Report.
Wow. Would be really yeah.
On farm ready that me amaka say what the paper is na me quiet trap on and me thought na say
yes.
Yeah. But ejuma dia be enti Obi Piabuchi Banosman the brand. Look at the call on the move.
I see. Wow.
Call on the crowd, the Bobo Baku, maybe a about to committee, so you depend on
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
Super present you.
Quite striking though.
On my way there, the said I need to why you did there.
Yeah.
Ubia Elfa Yagi. Would they didn't you know me a sape?
Nah, I know such a guy into something else. Yeah. Yeah.
And now so Madame Pa, oh, friend, let me saddle.
I see. Good.
I know friend who's here.
I see. His cover was blown straight up.
No, just a little picture.
I see. Senior, you do see us now. I kind of believe there on Wednesday. I see a sign also. It too and more far another issue be one. Memo so until say Wednesday, we'll have to. I memo say you know.
Copy of the report.
Exactly. And then that's right. Because almost say a tight lip. And I'm saying really, I'm going to do grow. Yes. That's right. Good one. Senior, you be down here. We see us na yama time now. If you wait to me, Kwaku rest. God willing, Wednesday we'll touch base with you again on yet another topic. Now, yeah, said in America. Yeah, that's the power no brain so.
Miss me that say me ma we wakefuni na obiande yi why.
Good one. Thank you very much, folks. And he just gone past the Mr. Osbert Latte. Of course, he's a man of many parts. He's handle newspapers bebre and many other day. Ewo Ghana enye asam ketwa years. Worked with a lot of senior journalists. Kwesi Pratt, Kuba Konomo, Ambassador Cabral Blay, I'm here. Kofi Kumsen, Raymond Archer, all of that is within the circles of them. And I'm near there. And you know, it didn't come on Wednesday.